6-6 Bravo. We got a convoy heading our way. VIP call sign Bravo Delta Kilo exiting the vehicle. It's got Taliban.
39er Alpha, what's happening in the village?
We have hostile action against civilians. They're taking kids. Authorized to engage.
Sit tight. BDK is protected by the CIA. He's their asset.
They are taking little kids.
Do not intervene.
We gotta do something.
Your guys will stand down.
I've said it before, I'll say it again, I am never happier than when I am standing beside ALLAN HAWCO. God love him, I'll pay him later. What a night and what a film. I'm not kidding.
I wonder if you could put a montage of all the times I kissed you on the cheek. Is it inappropriate for me to do that all the
I
time?
have it on a loop in my office, but anyway.
You saw the movie. I saw that you were tweeting about it. That's cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's amazing.
I don't want to give anything away, but I gasped like I don't know how many times. I was on the edge of my seat and I cried.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There was love.
There's a lot of love, yeah. The great actors in the film. Yes. Paul did a fantastic job directing. Ross of Sutherland is amazing in the movie. Christine Horn. I'm just happy that I got to have a small part and be a part of it.
It was amazing. Okay, well now, there was nothing small about this movie, ALLAN HAWCO.
No.
Nothing.
No, he's an ambitious filmmaker. Nothing is impossible to him, and everything that he takes on, he does with an explosive attitude, and it's one of those movies that can be compared to any movie out there.
Right, well, no argument. And I want to tell you this, I walked out of that theater feeling like, thank goodness I'm in Canada, first of all, but trying to get your head into that space of being where you were, I don't think it could have been too hard because some of the places you were in were outrageous. Like, I would have been panicked. I would be like, I'm out. I can't do this.
Getting to Jordan was a very interesting, it was kind of a life-changing experience because we read, or at least I like to read about what's happening over in that region, and we're bordered in Jordan by Syria, Saudi Arabia, Israel, Iraq. It's really in the middle of, and it's somehow managed to keep itself together, which is a miracle. There's not a lot of people killing each other with that conflict that's happening there. So, but you're able to sort of at least get a taste of what life could be like in the Middle East if everybody wasn't blowing each other up. It was a fascinating experience.
Yeah, but I mean, the respect you gained, I'm guessing, because I did walking out of that theater, for the servicemen and women, must be extraordinary, Alan, having been in that role.
Yeah, I mean, I've always, feel like...
And not new for you, but you know what I
mean. No,
I
don't, I totally agree with you. I've always had an appreciation, but not to the, even just the sheer, we were doing this training, so we did a pretty aggressive amount of training in a short amount of time.
Yes.
And, you know, actors, and we're all thing, and you got stuff, and it hurts, and thing, and... You know, one of the actors was like, you know, this thing is kind of it's kind of hurting my shoulder. And one of the guys was like, look, you're always going to be uncomfortable.
Right.
At every moment, you will always be uncomfortable. Get over it. I wasn't really complaining, but I'm sure I would have eventually. But I was too afraid, being a Bayman, to complain to a soldier about it. So I was kind of thinking about that. And then we were carrying maybe a third of the weight that they carry. You know, and these aren't big boys, some of them are just my size, you know, and it's like they're walking forever.
Right.
These snipers go find themselves in these hides and they put themselves extreme risk.
The fear. They're just like putting it aside.
I don't think that they're afraid of anything. The way I felt like they sorted it out for themselves is that they're doing a job. The person next to them is depending on them and they can't let them down.
Right.
There's a line in the movie, I won't say where, but there's a line in the movie where someone does get hit at a certain point, and the first words that come out of his mouth is, "I'm sorry."
Right.
Because now you got I got to carry you.
No man left behind.
Yeah, I got to carry you now. That means I'm probably going to get shot. And there was a whole thing about that we learned about. It was it's quite interesting.
Yeah, and so now how do you get back from that? Like, was it easy to shake? Because, like I said, walking out of the theater, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, because when you're shooting it, you do your thing, and it's not in sequence, and you're doing it in your own way. And it was a lot of fun on set. And I'm doing this a long time, so I feel like
And plus, you were probably onto something new the very next day.
Yeah, and I shaved actually, and this is not a joke, I shaved my mustache and it was gone. Like when I finished Republic of Doyle, I shaved my beard. I had that kind of
there's a whole debate going on with your facial hair.
What's the debate?
Well, do people like it? Do people not like it? Do they want the mustache? They want the growth?
Yeah, I don't own my face anymore. I'm an actor. I don't own my hair or my face.
Well, you look spectacular, and there was also, what were you going to wear? I said clothing optional, which apparently was wrong to say, but you look great.
Did I make the right choice?
Spectacular. Talk to to me about what all of this feels like. I know Atlantic Film Festival is maybe smaller. It's home for sure. But like the galas, I saw you just running back and forth on the red carpet in Toronto. Do you love that?
Well, I'll tell you, it's funny. I've learned a lot about what you need to do, because it's really nerve-wracking, right? You show up and you're like, you first start going to red carpets and nobody knows who you are, and then you're like, well, you know, I used to go with Sean Majumder sometimes, and he was so good with people, and I thought, well, no one knows who I am. Why would I do that? And then we showed up the other night, and I'm like, oh yeah, right. These people came to see us, so
right.
Oh
my God, you were swarmed.
Out of respect, I have to make sure that I do give them as much time as I possibly can. But you know, you get shy, so people don't realize that. Most actors who don't give them attention, give you attention if you're there, it's because they're probably shy. They're freaked out by it. But I know, I've been doing it long enough now that I know some of them, and I just should go.
I know you have an entourage coming tonight to support you.
Oh, well.
Hey,
well,
the Hawco Hotties, what are they called? What are they called? The
I
Hawco Crew? No, you have a handle. Hey?
Hawco, no, the Team Awesome People.
Team Awesome People. Do you have your own posse, Paul Gross?
Are you part of my
Yes, I am. I'm the president of the Paul Gross
Yes,
family.
I do, then.
Come on in here.
I think it's just me.
We're going to head inside the theater in just a moment for what I dare say is the blockbuster to end all blockbusters.
If I thought I was
And
inappropriate with you, what's he doing?
it's not that kind of show, but I'm willing to change formats.
Oh, you stare at her, I'll stare at you.